and welcome everyone. It's Shanna. I'm so glad you're here. And I just want to say Happy New Year's Eve. Now, today we're going to be working with all of the sparkle and shine. I have got the Disco Impressions Plus press plate and die set here. And this is on sale right now at Spellbinders with the extra 26% off. And it is $6.71. This is a great set, and that is a great deal. It has a coordinating stencil that you can pick up for $5.87. We're going to be working with that today. I've got the Sparkle On Sentiments press plate and die set from the Shine Bright collection as well. It's $6.72 right now as I'm looking at it on the website. And it is part of that save an extra 26% sale that Spellbinders has got on. I'm also bringing in the Postage Edge press plate. It's Expressions. This is a cool set. It's a big one. It is on sale, but it is $26.24. It's a little bit more, but I wanted to pair it with the set. And I will tell you, there are several things in my collection that are on sale that are BetterPress pieces. And I had a bunch out, and I was just like, oh, I just can't show everything. So I thought I'd work with these and just show you. But for my BetterPress fans and those of you that have the machines, if you don't have a lot of plates and materials for your BetterPress, right now is the time to shop. I'm using some Canson watercolor paper. I don't have the cotton cardstock that I would normally use on these when I do my BetterPressing, but I'm going to use my watercolor paper. I will tell you the cotton paper is on sale right now as well. So are the BetterPress inks. I think I saw ink refills and lots of things that go with a BetterPress. So I just want to encourage you to check out the sale if you are looking to grow your BetterPress stash. Now you can see I've glimmered this plate, and I've used this other piece that was a glimmer plate, and I glimmered my plate, and you can do that and it still can be used. Now I have sped this up because I'm going to be doing a whole bunch of glimmering and a whole bunch of pressing, and we're just going to be pulling them off, glimmering them up, running them through the die cutting machine, pulling them off, laying aside, and just keep going until we get all of the elements that I want to use for my card today. And we're going to do a variety of different techniques, I'm going to glimmer it. I'm going to glimmer and BetterPress, and I'm going to use the stencil, and we're going to do some stenciling and die cutting and just all the things. Now, right there, I actually ran that BetterPress through that machine. I couldn't get it to go, and I couldn't figure out why. I had the frame that was to be glimmered instead of a die for that. So anyway, my error. But I'm continuing to go on, and I'm going to trim that panel down that I was running through there thinking that I had a die. But I'm going to trim off the bottom of this and do my Shine On sentiment for my card. And now we've got 3 gold glimmered disco balls, and then we've got our sentiment, and we're going to have all of the elements ready to begin working with. So here's our sentiment. I did Shine Bright. I thought that would be great for the new year. I think the disco balls are perfect because they do drop the ball on New Year's Eve. And so I thought it would be a very fitting card. And I really loved this set when I first got it and worked with it a bunch, did a bunch of cards. And I really wanted to work with it again. And I thought, what a perfect time to work with it other than at New Year's. So we've got 3 balls on here, and at first I thought I was going to die cut them out, and then I reminded myself that I wanted to do some stenciling with it. I'm just going to kind of go a little crazy here with my colors. I'm going to lay this down to kind of cover up the edge of my largest disco ball, and then I'm going to bring in the other layers of the stencil and lay on top of this and get them stenciled. Now, if you do it like I did last time, use your stencil to line up your balls on your disco balls on your glimmer machine, and then remove it, and then you'll be able to lay your stencil down on all 3 of them at once and do it all, cover them all up at once with that first layer. It doesn't matter. You can do it any way that you want. I'm doing them individually and it will work out just fine. But if you want to do them all kind of, all at once, you'll want to line them up with your stencil, with this first stencil first. And then you'll just have to move the other stencils around because of the way they're positioned. But anyway, I'm going to add Kitsch Flamingo. I'm going to bring in, I don't know, my marmalade, I think. And then I'll bring in some tumbled glass. And we're just going to have some very colorful disco balls going on here. And I'm just laying the color down. I've got those wonderful Spellbinders brushes. And for that one, I did multicolor. For these other two, I'm just going to lay down a little bit of ink from the blending brushes that are left on there. I'm kind of making this at the 11th hour, and so I didn't really spend a lot of time. I just kind of quickly cranked out something. And now I've got everything blended, and we're ready to just die cut the disco balls out. So I'm going to get my Empress here, get the dies that come with the press plates, and get them laid down on there, and we'll run them through the die cutting machine. Now this reminded me, I don't have any nested circle die sets from Spellbinders. And when I got this out, I thought, I need to remember that I have these and I could use them for other things. So I keep my BetterPress plates and my glimmer plates separate from my other dies. And so I don't normally go digging through my BetterPress plates for dies, but I just need to make a mental note that there are some good circle dies in there that I could use if I needed them. So we've got ink on our glimmer here, on the ones that we, stenciled over, where we didn't use, the layer on. And so I'm just going to take my little microfiber towel and just kind of run over that glimmer and just kind of reveal the shine on both of these and kind of clean them up a little bit. And it's going to look just fine. Now we're going to layer these together. We're going to create like a cluster, and we're just going to have, 3 very different disco balls that we're going to work with. I'm going to go ahead and bring in the press plate and just press the biggest one just to kind of give you a feel for that. I brought in some Spellbinders cardstock there, and I'm going to bring in the Cosmic Sky ink, and I'm just going to glimmer this up really quick and just show you how it looks when it gets glimmered. And I'm going to really work it and put plenty of ink down on there. And you can see I've got some threads from my ink cube getting on there. You need to make sure you get those off. They did come off when I moved my ink pad, so it wasn't a big deal. But if you leave them on there, they're going to leave a thread mark on your press plate. But this is how it looks if you just press it out with just a single color of ink. Now you can also stencil that up if you want, but I just thought I'd give you a look at it. Here's a couple more that I had previously done. Actually one, I had dropped the other one on the floor, but just to kind of show you a couple different looks, I guess, at it. Here's so we're just going to move on to assembling our card. We've got our Shine Bright Sentiment that is part of the Sparkle On Sentiment press plate set, and I'm going to get the die for it. We'll get it lined up. We're going to get it die cut out, and then I think we'll have most of the elements for our card. We're going to need to bring in a card base and a couple background panels so that we can layer some things up, but we'll get this die cut out, and then we'll get to moving on and assembling our card. So anyway, I know yesterday I did a video using the Classic Mouse Steamboat Willie Duo set and talked about it being on sale, which I thought was a wonderful deal. And then today, as I was, I got another text message from Spellbinders, and I was like, I got to look and see what's in there. And so I was just perusing the sale, and I was just really surprised at all of the, the deeply discounted plates. And I stumbled across this one, and it was listed, and I thought, I've got to show this set again. There were some other ones that are wonderful that are also on sale. I kind of made a list of them. Those copper plate sentiments that are great big, that are BetterPress, are on sale, and they are priced very reasonably as well. The Happy Anniversary press sentiment is like $6.99. The On Your Wedding Day is $6.98. The Sending Love is $3.68. The Heartfelt Sympathy is $8. To the Lovely Couple is $6.95. Those big sentiment dies are perfect for fast sympathy cards, fast anniversary cards, fast wedding cards. You can just press them, and then layer them up, and you have got a very quick card. So I brought in some of the Spellbinders treasured cardstock, the gold assortment pack, and I'm using the glitter metallic 100-pound cardstock there for my background layer. And then I'm just bringing in, I don't know if this is Breeze, I'm not sure what the color is, cardstock from Spellbinders, and I'm just cutting it down to 3 3/4 by 5. And I had to make a couple cuts because I kind of got a little crooked there. And I'm just going to layer that pressed plate, that postage rectangle plate, press plate on there, and we're going to cluster these disco balls on there, and then add our Shine Bright sentiment and just get a quick card made. I need to bring in a card base, and so I'll just grab one of those. We'll get it scored up here, and I'm having a little bit of trouble with my glue. I'm keep shaking it off camera. I'm like shaking it, trying to get it down. I need to refill my bottles and get them filled back up so I'm not struggling as much. So we're going to get this laid down on there. I'm kind of fighting it a little bit because I couldn't get enough glue on there to wiggle it, but I'll get it moved and get it laid down on there, and then we're going to bring in our gold pressed, panel here, and we will get some glue on it and get it laid down, and then we're going to pop up the blue panel. I will link all the materials in the description box below. The set, the Disco Impression set, I'll be able to just put a single link in there because you can pull up all 4 of these pieces by that link. And so I'll just put a single link in for that, and then I'll link the postage rectangle piece here, this scribbly press plate that I'm working with right now. I'll link it up as well so you can check it out, as well as the treasured cardstock. But anyway, I encourage you to peruse the BetterPress stuff, and I think you'll be amazed at the prices of some of the things that are included in there, and you can make some really quick, fantastic cards with this stuff. So I'm going to put some foam tape on here just to pop it up and add a little bit of dimension. Then we'll get our elements laid down on here, and we're going to have a sparkly and shiny card. In fact, it's going to be so sparkly and shiny that the pictures that I'm going to include in the video are not going to be the greatest, because I did make this at night and I had to use, indoor lighting, and so it's hard to get a picture when you can't use natural light. So anyway, I'm going to get these clustered up on here. We're going to add this Shine Bright sentiment, and we have got a fun and festive card. So I don't know what you guys have planned for New Year's. We've actually got a party with our friends that we go to. We didn't go last year because we had family in from out of town, but we're going to go again this year. We normally go to their house, and we have just a little party. We play some cards and games and eat some snacks, and we'll probably have the TV on and catch the ball drop, and then we'll probably all rush home and get right to bed. So anyway, but that's our plans for tomorrow night. I think we're going to have some nachos and some cheese and some hors d'oeuvres and snacks and probably some desserts and stuff like that, and just have a pretty quiet New Year's Eve with some close friends of ours. So we're going to get this layered up. I'm popping this one up, gluing the other ones flat. We're going to need to put some foam on the back of our Shine Bright so that it can hang off the edge, and then we'll put some glue on the top, and then we can layer it on our largest disco ball, and we've got us a fun little card. I really didn't know where I was headed with the colors and stuff. I wanted to showcase the stencil, and so I just pulled in some colors that I thought would coordinate nice, and then just kind of create a sparkly, shimmery card. Super fun card. You could do any kind of colors with it. So here's a couple pictures. Like I said, it's really hard to get a good view of them with the lighting, but try to give you something to look at. So thanks for watching. Happy New Year. Be safe, everyone.